Welcome you all. Again, last session I explained you about the concept of string variable declaration, initialization, and string reading and string handling function. Okay, a string is a sequence of characters, or string is a arrays of characters. So sometimes we need to require to manipulate the string. So in order to process the string, we need to declare a variable of type string. So general syntax of string variable declaration is character space variable name within the bracket size equal to within the bracket size and semicolon. So char is the data type. There is no separate data type for declaring a string variable, so we need to use a character data type for defining the string variable. So similar to other variables, we can also initialize the string variable. There are two ways of initializing string variable. One is the character by character initialization, second is string initialization. So in the character by character initialization, we initialize the string variable by character. Okay, example, char space variable name is name of 20 is equal to within the flower bracket within single quote m comma within single quote I comma within single quote t close bracket then semicolon end. Okay, there is a one way of initialization. So we can initialize the string by character or the string initialization. So in the string initialization, we can initialize the whole string. The string must be present within pair of double quote, So sometimes it required to process the string. Okay, the user has to require, or program has to require to manipulate or process the string. So we can manipulate the string, or we can handle the string by using string handling function. So without string handling function also we can perform string manipulation, but the program will be complex when you are performing string handling function. So instead of that, we can use a built-in function or library function. So C supports certain library functions to handle or to manipulate the string. So in that, the string handling functions are strlen, strcpy, strcat, strcmp, strcpy, okay, and substring functions. Okay, there are many functions for handling the string. Okay, in the last class I explained one string handling function, that is strlen. So strlen is a function, built-in function, is used for identifying the length of the string. To identify length of the string, we can use a function strlen. So strlen, str means string, len is length, string length. Okay, here we need to give a string as a argument, then it will return the length of the string. So length of the string in terms of integer value, So without using built-in function, we can also find the length of the string by iterating the loop till the null character. So iterating the loop till the null character. So number of iterations will be converted as length of the string. So number of loop iterations will be the length of the string. Okay, in this class we are going to discuss few more string handling function. Okay, the first function is strcpy. strcpy. So strcpy stands for string copy. So string copy is a function. This function is used for copying the content of one string to another string. So general form is string strcpy. strcpy is a function. Then str1 comma str2. str2. Here this string is destination string, then this string is the source string and destination string. So here the content of str2 will be copied to str1. So the content of str2 is copied to str1. Okay, now we consider two strings Okay, the string is str2. str2. The content of str2 is mit. M. Okay, the last character is a null character. Then here the next string is the destination string, that is str1. str1. Okay, here the first character of the first string will be copied to first location of the second string. Okay, next second character of the source string will copy to second location of the destination string. Similarly, third character, then fourth character. Then once it reaches the null pointer, it will terminate and it will assign the null character at the end. So here the copy of the operations perform character by character. So here we perform with using built-in function. Okay, let's consider the program, simple program. Void main, okay, declaration of a string variable, that is str1 of size 20, comma str2 of size 20, then printf enter the string, printf enter the string. So in order to read the string, we can use three different ways of functions. One is by using a printf function. Either we can use getChar function to read character by character. Then one more function is read line of string by using gets function. So we know the limitation of get character and the scanf. So in a scanf function, as soon as enter the space character or tab character, the string will be terminated. So the string will terminate. So in order to read line of string, we can use the function called gets. So gets, gets str2. Here str2 is my destination, source string. Next, in order to copy the content of str2 to str1, simply call strcpy within bracket str1 comma str2, str1 comma str2. Now the content of str2 is copied to str1. Next, printf content of string 1 is equal to percentage yes, because yes is the control string for the string variable. So percentage yes, then str1, okay. This will display the content of the destination string. Okay, here we are using function strcpy gets. So in order to use strcpy string function, we need to include an header file. The header file is called string.h. Include string.h. So for the printf function, we need to include stdio.h. Okay, this is a program for performing string copy operation by using built-in function. So we can also perform string copy operation without using built-in function. Okay, let's consider the approach for copying the content of one string to other string without using the built-in function strcpy. Okay, this is the program for performing a string copy operation without using built-in function. Okay, now you consider this is the code for performing string copy operation. Okay, now consider an example. Okay, let's consider this example. So now here the value of I is set as 0. The value of I is set as 0. Then string 2 and string 1. So the string variable 2 and string variable 1. So the size of string variable is 20 and 20. So first we read the string value, that is str2. str2 is the input string. This is a source string. Then str1 is the destination string. So now we need to copy the content of str2 to str1. We need to copy the content of str2 to str1. So here while str2 of I not equal to null. So we know that the string is end with null character. A string is terminated with null character. So the null character is the last character. Now we need to copy every character from first character to till the last character. So in this in the string, the last character is the null character. Last character is the terminating character. So we need to copy from first character to till the last character of the string, that is the null character. So here I have set the condition str2 of I not equal to null. str2 of I not equal to null. So now initially the value of I is 0. The value of I is 0. Now here str of 2 is not equal to 0. What is the value of str2? The value of str2 is m. str2 is m. m not equal to null. m not equal to null. Is it conditions true? Yes, conditions true, because m is not a null character. Then it will copy str1 of I is equal to str2 of I. So str1 of I is equal to str2 of I. So str1 of 0 is equal to str of 2 of 0. So str1 of 0 is m. Then this value is copied to str1 of 0. Next, I value is incremented by 1. Now I value is pointing to 1. Now I value is pointing to 1. So it would go back to the loop again. Then here compare str2 of 2, str2 of 1 not equal to null. str2 of 1 not equal to null. So str2 of 1 is I not equal to null. I not equal to null. Yes, condition is true. Once this condition is true, str1 of 1 is equal to str2 of 1. So what is the value of str2 of 1? Y. Then I will be copied to the first string. I will be copied to the first string. Next, I value is incremented by 1. Now I is pointing to the next index, that is 2. So now I is pointing to 2. So the value of 2 is t. So str2 of 2 not equal to null. So str2 of 2 is t. T not equal to null. Yes, condition is true. Once this condition is true, it will copy the content of t to first string. So this will be. Next, I value is incremented by 1. Now I is pointing to 3. So str2 of 3 not equal to null. str2 of 3 is m. m not equal to null. Yes. Once again, the condition is true. Once this condition is true, str1 of 3 is equal to str2 of 3. So what is the value of str2? str2 is copied to str1. Now after copying, the I value will be incremented. Once I value is incremented, it go back to the loop again by checking the condition str2 of 4 not equal to null. Here the last character is null. So here I will be pointing to the last character null. Null not equal to null, condition is false. Once this condition is false, then it will terminate from the loop. Then it will execute str2 of I is equal to null. So what is the value of I? I value is 4. So str1 of 4 is equal to null. So it will assign the null character. It will assign the null character. So here, when performing string copy operation, the loop will be iterated till the condition is satisfied. Once this condition is not satisfied, then it terminates. That the condition is str2 of I not equal to null. So once it reaches the null character, it will terminate. Then the first string will be end with null character. So here we need to assign null to the last character of the first string. Okay, you can see here, in order to perform string copy operation without using built-in function, we need to initialize I value. Then we need to perform this process, condition checking, assignment and increment operator. Finally, we need to perform the null value assignment. So we need to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. So we need to write 7 lines of code for performing string copy operation. But if you use a built-in function, we can write only one line statement, that is strcpy within bracket str1 comma str2. So the use of built-in function is very useful or very easy instead of writing the string copy operation without using built-in function. So I already mentioned we can perform string handling without using built-in function, but the program complexity is more. Instead of using built-in function. So we can use built-in function for handling or perform string manipulation operation. Okay, this is about string copy operation. The next operation is strcat. So strcat stands for string concatenation. Str stands for string, cat stands for concatenation. So string concatenation operation is used to combine two strings or joining two strings. So here first string content will be joined with the second string. Okay, that is string concatenation operation, or joining one string with other string. So here when you perform string concatenation operation, we can use a function called strcat, then str1 comma str2, str1 comma str2. So here str1 acts as both source and destination. So here the content of str2 is append with str1. Okay, now you consider an example. MIT null character. This string is str1. The next string is str2. str2 M Y S O R E. Then there is a null character. Okay, now we consider these two strings. Now we need to append the content of str2 to str1. So when you perform string concatenation operation, here the value of str2 will be joined to str1. So where the null value will be removed, this value will be removed, then the content of str2 will be start appending from the location null. So from this location the value will be append. So the resultant array is M I T M Y S O R E and the null character. Index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, you observe here in the position 3 there is a null character. So after performing string concatenation operation, the null character is replaced. Then the second string is start appending from the location 3. So from the null character the second string content is copied. So after performing this operation, the str2 content remains same, only the first string content is modified. The first string content is modified. So, in the first string, first 3 characters are the content of the string 1 and the next content is the content of string 2. Okay, this is about string concatenation operation. So, the program is void main. We need 2 strings str1 of size 20, str2 of 10, then printf, enter the string 1 slash close, gets str1, printf, enter the string 2, enter the string 2 slash close comma, gets str2. So, now we call strcat function, strcat of str1 comma str2, str1 comma str2. Then printf string 1 is equal to %s slash double quote close comma str1. Now str1 contains the content of str2. So here we are using gets and strcat. In order to use this function, we need to include str other string function include string.h. We need to include header file string.h. So here one thing we need to consider when performing a string copy operation or string concatenation operation, the length of the string must be matched with the number of characters. Example, if we consider string 1 contains the size 20 and at present it contains 10 characters. Okay, now str2 size is 20, then it contains 15 characters. Now it is not possible to accommodate 15 characters in the string 1 because the size is 20. str1 is already contains 10 characters. If it tried to assign the remaining 15 characters to string 1, so the length of the string is not satisfied. Okay, here now the string 1 is already contains the 10 characters. Now str2 contains 15 characters. So it is not possible to copy or it is not possible to append str1 to str2 to str1 because the sufficient space is not available in str1. So str1 doesn't have sufficient space to allocate or store the remaining characters. Okay. Similarly, when performing string copy operation, the content of one string is copied to other string. So the size of the destination string must be greater than or equal to the size of the source string. So when performing string copy or string concatenation operation, so the size of the destination string must be greater than the size of the source string. So here when you perform string concatenation operation, str1 size must be greater than str2 size. So if the sufficient space is not available, then it will truncate the remaining characters or either it can return the error message. So here we perform string concatenation operation by using a built-in function. So we can also perform the string concatenation operation without using built-in function. Consider an example. Okay, now you consider the example program. Example. Okay, first string is str1, then is str2, str2. Now, in order to append the content of str2 to str1, so the content should start copying from the null character, So, in order to reach the null character, we need to set the index value as 3. So, before setting this index value, we need to know whether this is a null value or not. So, in order to find the last character, we need to iterate the loop till it reaches the null character. Okay. Now, void main. Okay. In order to maintain this indexing, we need one variable called I. So, the second variable to index the second string, that is j. So, I use two index value I and index value j. So, I start from 0, 1, then is also 0, 1 till the null character. Okay. Now, I require two index variable of type integer. So, int I and j, two variables. Next, two input string str1 and str2 char str1. Okay, I'll consider bigger size. str1 is 40, str2 is 10, then semicolon end. Printf enter the string 1. Semicolon, scanf, %d, double quote close. Comma. So, printf enter the string. Next, either we can use a scanf function or gets. So, here I will use gets of str1. Next, printf enter the string, 2 slash and double quote close, comma, gets str2. So, now I have read two string str1 and str2. Next, in order to append the content, we need to check the null location of the first string. So, before checking the null location, we need to set the index value, that is I is equal to 0. So while str1 of I not equal to null, next I plus plus, next j is equal to 0, while str2 of j not equal to null, If this condition is satisfied, str1 of I equal to str2 of j, then I plus plus j plus plus, then str1 of I is equal to null. Printf string 1 is equal to percentage s double quote close str1. Okay, this is a program for performing string concatenation operation. Okay, now see how this string concatenation operation works without using built-in function. So you observe here the value of I is equal to 0. So initially the value of I is equal to 0. When the I value is 0, first it will check the first element, that is m not equal to null. Yes, condition satisfied. Once this condition satisfied, next I value is pointing to the next element, that is I is equal to 1. So first I is equal to 0, then I is equal to 1. So I is equal to 1, then the value of str1 of I is I not equal to null. Once again condition is satisfied. So once this condition is satisfied, then the value of I will be increment. Now I is pointing to the next location, that is 2. I is equal to 2. So str1 of 2 is t. So t is equal to not equal to null. Once again this condition is satisfied. Once this condition is satisfied, it increment the I value. Now I is pointing to 3. Now str1 of I contains the character null. It contains the null character. So str of 3 not equal to null. Condition satisfied, it will terminate. Then the control is transferred to next location, that is j is equal to 0. So first it will set j is equal to 0. After setting j 0, next condition is while str2 of 0 not equal to null. So str2 is m, str2 of 0 is m. So m not equal to null. Yes, condition is true. Once this condition is true, then str of I is equal to str2 of j. What is str1 of I? str1 of I means str1 of 3. So str1 of 3 is equal to str2 of 0. So it will copy the content of m1 to next location, that is m. So now null character is replaced by m. Next I value is incremented and j value is also increment. Now I value is pointing to the next location. Then j value is also pointing to the next location. Okay, next location is 1. So str2 of 1 is y not equal to null. Yes, condition is satisfied. Once this condition is satisfied, then it will copy str1 of 4 is equal to str2 of 1. So str2 of 1 is y y is copied to the next location, that is y. Okay. Next, similarly, I value will be increment. Next value is yes. Yes not equal to null. Condition satisfied. Then it assigns the next location, that is yes. Okay. Now I is pointing to the next location. Similarly, I is pointing to the next location. Here O is not equal to null. This condition satisfied. Next will be assigned O like that. Or I is pointing to this. Then this will be pointing to the next location. Here E will be copy. After that, once the value of j becomes 6, str2 of 6 is not equal to null. Here the condition is false. Once this condition is false, the control is transferred. Now str1 of I is equal to null. So str1 of I is the 9, str1 of 9 is equal to null. So here it will copy the null character. So here, after terminating from the while loop, we assign the null character to str1 of I. So here it will copy the null character. Now you see here the value of str2 is not changed, but only str1 is appended with the content of str2. Okay, this is the code for performing string concatenation without using the built-in function. So here the program is complex. If in case if you use a built-in function, there is just one line function, that is strcat of str1 comma str2. So this the writing of the string handling function without using built-in function is complex and time consuming. Okay. Now let's move to the next function. The next function is strcpy. Strcpy means string comparison. So let's move to the next function. The next function is string comparison. The string comparison is used for comparing two strings. The function name is strcmp. Okay, the next function is strcmp. So strcmp stands for string comparison. So string comparison as a function is used for comparing two strings. So in order to compare whether the two strings are equal or not equal, we use the function called strcmp. So strcmp compares the content of one string with the other string. So if in case if both strings are equal, the strcmp function returns 0. If the two strings are equal or same, then strcmp function returns 0. If in case if the strings are not equal, it returns a numerical value. So either it may be negative value or positive value. If in case if it is a negative value, indicates the first string is smaller than the second string, or if in case if it is a positive number, first string is greater than the second string. So when you perform string comparison operation, strcmp function returns 0 value or non-zero value. So if it is 0, strings are equal. If the value is non-zero, then strings are not equal. So the general form of string comparison is strcmp str1 comma str2. So it returns the integer value. Int value. So the value may be 0 or numerical difference value. The value may be a positive number or the negative number. Okay, 0 is for equal. Okay, non-zero numerical value non-zero numerical positive value or negative value. This is for not equal. Not equal. So actually this performs the difference between the individual characters. So the difference between each character. So it will perform the difference operation. First it will perform difference between first character, second character, third character, fourth character. So when the difference is non-zero, then it will terminate, then it will return the difference value. So the difference is maybe a positive number or the negative number. Okay, this is a general form strcmp str1 comma str2. So str1 and str2, here it will compare character by character. Once the character is not same, then it will terminate and it will return positive number or negative number. Okay, now the program. Hash include std io.h hash include string.h void main. We need two strings, char str1 half size 20, str2 half size 20, then printf enter the first string, slash close comma. Here we can use gets function, gets of str1, then printf enter the second string into the second string slash n close comma gets str2. Next, here we can use strcmp function. So that is, I can write directly within the if statement. So strcmp of str1 comma str2 is equal to 0. If in case if it returns 0 value, then strings are equal, otherwise strings are not equal. So printf strings are equal, else printf strings are not equal. Strings are not equal. Okay, this is a program. Now you consider example. MIT. So last character is null. Okay, here it will compare character by character. So character by character comparison is difference between the character. So difference is ASCII difference between M and M. So the difference is 0. Next it compare the next element I. So II difference is 0. Next TT is difference is 0. Next, once this value is 0, then it will return the value 0. If you consider M is equal to M, yes, right. I is equal to I, is right. Then capital T and small t. So difference between the capital T and small t is I. So here it will give the negative value. So the small t value, the capital T ASCII value is less than the small t value. So the difference is negative value, then it returns negative difference value. So here once it returns negative value, then it will display strings are not equal. Strings are not equal. If it is a capital T, the difference is 0, then it will return 0 value, then the condition is satisfied, it will display printf the strings are equal. So the string comparison is done by character by character. So before checking the strings are equal, first it should satisfy the length condition. So if both string length is same, then we can move to the further step by comparing the characters. If in case the length of the first string is greater than the second string, then obviously the strings are not equal. So when you check the two strings, first we need to identify the length of the strings. If the length of the strings are not equal, then strings are not equal. So when you use built-in function strcmp, it automatically identifies the length and it compares the character. If in case if you want to compare the strings without using built-in function, the first more important step is we need to check the length of the string. If the length of the strings are not equal, then no need to verify the characters. If it is equal, then only we move to further step, that is by comparing character by character. Okay, that is about the string comparison function, that is strcmp. Okay, these are the built-in functions are available. Similarly, there are other function strrev. Strrev is a function is used for performing string reverse operation. So we can reverse the string. When you're reversing the string, first character becomes the last character becomes the first character. So like that we can do reverse operation by using strrev. So then we can also compare strncmp. We can compare only first n characters, or strncpy. So we can copy first n characters from one string to another string. Okay, there are many other functions we can use for manipulating the string.